Hello everyone, this is Paula from cropnotesandcrafts.blogspot.com. Today I wanted to do a little 411 on paper piercing. What I have here is a product that's called the Matte Pack from Stampin' Up. It's kind of pricey, but it is a handy tool to have. And this consists of a cutting mat. So you get this little cutting mat, which you can also set eyelets on if you have the old-fashioned eyelet setter where you need a hammer. Then it also comes with this piece of foam, this foam pad, and then it comes with this template. And the template is helpful for setting different size eyelets or brads if you want to, need to space them properly across whatever your project is that you're working on. And then down here we have different holes that can be used for paper piercing, and it works really well. You put your paper down, decide where you want your piercing to be, and I'm just going to line this up with the edge of my paper, and you can just start piercing. I'm going to do this little corner here, and I think I'll come in, do this next row also. And so you can do a corner or what have you. So that's really easy to use. And I used a paper piercer, which I picked up at the craft store. And they come in all different shapes and sizes, but basically it's just a tool with this sharp end that makes it easy to pierce through the paper, and you need to have a piece of foam under it so that you don't destroy your tabletop or anything. And that's, this works out really nice, but it's pretty expensive. So if you don't have that, but you want to do some paper piercing, you may be able to find a piece of foam somewhere else. These are pieces of foam that were packing material in different products that, I think this may have come from a piece of electronic equipment, and this was actually a piece of foam that was packing in my Bind It All when I purchased that. And it's a rigid foam. And in fact, this foam here is the same as what you purchased through the Stampin' Up! Matte Pack, except my packing foam is actually a thicker piece of foam, and it's smaller. So, but it is the same type of foam. So you might be lucky enough to find that, and you're just looking for a piece of rigid foam that isn't going to fall apart when you start poking holes in it. So I've used this one a lot, and if you don't have a paper piercer, well, use a thumbtack. It's the same, same difference. And this is also handy to use if you need to, make your hole. If you're gonna place a brad, then, I can just come in right here, eyeball that, and then I can put a brad right in this hole here. And that's quick and easy. And, how much money did you spend? And you probably have this stuff lying around the house. So that works out really well. And then this piece of foam, works the same way. It's just a thicker piece, very similar foam, but it's a little bit different. And that works well with either the paper piercer or the thumbtack. So go ahead and give that a shot, and that'll be a really inexpensive way to start piercing paper. I actually use this technique a lot when I make cards. It just comes in really handy. Now, something else that I found when I was at the craft store, I picked up these plastic canvas pieces, and there's different shapes, and I picked these up at Michael's. I think they were about, I don't know, maybe 60 cents, something like that. They were, less than $1. And they are called Quick Count Plastic Canvas. And then I went in with a Sharpie marker, a permanent marker, and marked some of the some of these areas so that it would be easy, you know, easy to follow along, because it's easy to get lost on this grid pattern, especially if you're doing several sizes of circles on the same piece or whatever. This just makes it easier to keep track of where you're at. And now there's also some plastic canvas that's a smaller, it's a smaller mesh. It doesn't come in different shapes, but you could cut it into different, you know, use it for different rectangle shapes and things like that. And that's handy. And I did purchase a piece of that, but I don't have it handy with me right here, so I can't show that to you. But keep that in mind in case you need, you know, squares and rectangles and things like that. So what I'm going to do here is go in and start piercing and get this star shape. See if I've got them all. I think so. And, you know, there you have a star. It's as simple as that. So I hope this was helpful and an inexpensive way for you to get started with paper piercing. If you enjoyed this, just leave me a comment and let me know, and I'll talk to you later.